was busy all day, exhausted at night, and still felt like I was falling behind. What I didn't know was that I didn't need more time, I needed clarity on where my time should actually go. However, most productivity methods failed me because they're focused on doing more, not deciding what actually deserves my time. Time blocking changed that, and I've used it for over 5 years. Let me show you how. One thing that completely changed my productivity was organizing my day the night before. I used to wake up already deciding what to do, but that alone would drain my energy. The thing is, our brain has a limited amount of decision-making power. So the more decisions you make during the day, the worse your choices get. Specifically if you're juggling through work, study, and life like I am. So instead, I decide ahead of time. I get clear on what I'm doing, where I'm doing, and what actually matters. So when the day starts, I'm not figuring things out, I'm just executing. And by the way, I don't plan everything, I just plan what actually deserves my energy. Another thing that I learned the hard way is that time and energy are not the same thing. Just because I have the time to do it, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have the energy to do it well. For example, I can go to the gym late at night, but most days I just won't have the energy for it. So I stop fighting that. Instead, I match my activities to my energy. But to understand what actually works for me, I had to look at my best days and notice where I perform better and why. If you want to try time blocking, here's a 7-day experiment. Just put everything that you do on a calendar. At the end of the week, look at it and ask yourself, what felt easy, what felt heavy, and where can I do better? That's how I stay productive even when my energy is not its best. Once I understood how my energy works, I changed how I use my calendar. I divide my life into simple sectors: working, studying, exercise, personal time, and a few specific goals. I do this because I'm very visual, so when I look at my calendar, I already know what my next move is without thinking. I keep some things separate on purpose. For example, studying is more like a formal learning, but French for me, it's more like a personal development goal. So it has its own space. Seeing my day in colors helps me understand where my time is actually going and when. If I see a lot of one color, I know exactly what I'm prioritizing. I also separate tasks from time blocking. If something takes 5 minutes or less, I keep it as a simple task. For example, taking the trash out. But if it takes more than that, then it deserves a time in the calendar. For example, doing laundry. So understanding these concepts like time, energy, time blocking, and tasks actually helps in your productivity. That's how I'm doing. If there's one thing that I want you to take from this is that productivity isn't about doing more, it's about being clear. When you decide ahead of time, match your tasks to your energy, and give everything a place on your calendar, the day stops feeling heavy. You actually don't need a perfect system, just one that helps you show up consistently, even on low energy days. This is the system that helped me, and I'll keep sharing along the way. I'll see you next time. Ba-da-ba-ba.